Task A. I noticed from the grades 1 to 8 summary that grade 2 is the first mention of multiplication and division, and that was on page 4 of the summary. Let's see, what's the flow of learning? In grade 4, it looks like students are developing their multiplication facts to 9 times 9. When I scan across to the other grades, it looks like there's a focus on mental math. When I look at the lesson bundles on page 4, it looks like in grade 2 there's a focus on exploring multiplication and division, and then in grade 3, developing the facts to 7 times 7. Grades 4 to 6 look like we are developing more multiplication skills with multi-digits, so basically they would be using those facts to work with larger numbers. Now, in grade 7, the focus of multiplication and division of whole numbers is a little more around order of operations. Looking across the bundles on page 14, I see there is a focus on solving problems involving multiplication and division from grades 3 on. Grade 2 is still a little more exploring. So it seems to me that the flow of learning for multiplication and division is exploration, building facts up to 9 times 9, then using them to multiply and divide larger numbers. Solving problems involving multiplication and division is all the way through, and I'm thinking it is just based on the size of numbers the students are working with.
Task B.
Let's see what additional information I can get by looking at the grades 1 to 3 overviews that is from the curriculum expectations. I can see that the exploration in grade 2 involves the use of concrete materials and drawings, and that in grade 3, I'm also needing to involve the properties of multiplying by 0 and 1. I can see that for this bundle, grade 2 is very similar to the earlier one. They are working now with larger products, but still a focus on exploring and with the use of manipulatives. In grade 3, actually, I see the summary spelling out a little more about what those real-life situations might be. Interesting. How will this help me with my planning? I'm thinking that I will want to check to see what my grade 7 students can do relative to multiplication and division. Do they know how to do it concretely? Do they know what happens when they multiply by 1 or 0? Do they know any facts?
Task C.
I see at the top the expectations here are the same as in the grade 1 to 3 overview. As I scroll quickly, I notice the titles of the lessons reflect the words of the situations that were identified in the grade 1 to 8 summary. I'm thinking I want to pay a little more attention to that. Now, when I look at the lesson overview for this lesson bundle, I see that the learning focus gives me even that much more information about the learning. The learning focus actually gives me examples in some cases. I can use these to help me guide with some problems to give to my grade 7 student. As for resources, I see that a bunch of learning tools are mentioned. I may see which ones my student is already familiar with and then take it from there. The guide may also give me ideas for activities. The TIPS4Math gave me lots of ideas and resources to be able to make a plan of action to support my grade 7 student.